Hello, my name is Brooks Bush. I'm one of the co-founders here at Elate. Appreciate you taking the time to go through a brief, high-level overview of the platform. For those that might not be familiar with Elate, we built the software really to serve as the connective tissue between how organizations set that long-term vision or strategy at the leadership level and the rollout that occurs in bringing together the tactical execution needed across all areas of the organization to ensure alignment and the necessary infrastructure to bring that vision to reality. When we think about the platform, where we start is this company page, really highlighting the overall mission, vision, values of the organization, as well as those themes helping to define what does success look like in 2024 and beyond. As we start to drill into these given themes, we not only are able to understand the detail as to why these are relevant, but also the objectives themselves, the overall status, the team that owns those, and the owner that help bring these themes to life, that help drive us towards our overall goals as an organization. The intent being that we always have the ability to align individual contributor work with what we as an organization are driving towards and creating a unified view of the strategy as well as the operating plan itself, those business as usual metrics that bring together the totality of the subjective narrative employees are providing with objective data. As we can see, we not only do this at the company level, but it's really important that we start to highlight how the teams themselves start to play a role in the strategy. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, these are the teams that ultimately are tying into the strategy. As you navigate into these teams themselves, you're able to identify those objectives the teams themselves are focused on, pressing into, in this case, why are surpassing revenue goals at risk? Clearly identifying those measurable results that oftentimes are actually being pulled from data sources teams are to use like Salesforce and Monday to show the performance against goals. But again, it's important to bring in that commentary from employees as well. Each objective also outlines the infrastructure supporting that, all the way down to individual contributors that are focused on connecting their objectives to that top line performance. We also want to think about it from a reporting perspective, being able to identify those objectives on pace, at risk, or behind, even building customized reports that can be sent out on a regular cadence to other areas of the organization. As you can see, we can build these custom leadership team reports that get sent out monthly or weekly, whatever cadence you choose, highlighting what is it that went well this week, what are those metrics we need to have top of mind, and those objectives that we are automatically pulling into this report based on context being provided by individuals. If you want to look at the totality of the organization, you always have the opportunity to drill into plan execution. Think of this as air traffic control, outlining every objective across the company that we can filter to our heart's content. Maybe saying, let me see all of our board objectives. And the best part about Elate is we can take any of these objectives themselves and easily export them into a CSV or even a PowerPoint presentation where we can share now that information across the organization. The idea behind Elate was we wanted to bring together the entirety of how we build our strategy, execute upon it, and review it as an organization in a more proactive rhythm. It's bringing our strategy that so often just sits on the shelf collecting dust and ultimately creating that unified view where everyone has a single source of truth, understanding how their priorities align to the strategy itself. Thank you for taking the time to go through this brief demo. We look forward to continuing the conversation.